Okay, good morning. Hopefully this is the last day. You see that bog over there? I can't go over there, so I'm just running down this windrow down here. If you see that, I'm hoping that I've got the camera, I've got it head mounted, so I hope I've got it right. But that ribbon, that pink ribbon that's floating over there is kind of the boundary. Try to clean this corner up. Let's warm this up, set it up. Continuous flow. Correct. Okay. Let it build up. There we go. Nice and smooth. Let's start off gentle. This is a hodgepodge of stuff that you've got to work it a certain way. It's not ideal. You just got to take it apart, whatever presents itself. See, that can happen. Roots and stumps, and just a matter of trying to break it down. You got to be careful of the rock in here. I've been fortunate so far. And then what I try to do is when I beat that down a little bit, I try to fluff it up. Just like that, so I can get at it a little bit more. Then you got to watch those pieces of stuff like that. They're small, they'll just come right through and jam the knives up. If there's a little length to them, then it's not so bad because they'll stay in place. But if they just pull through, they don't get a chance to chip, or grind, I should say. govers really fast, just seconds. If that head or that drum stops, just literally in a second, it comes right back up to speed. There, make myself a little decent road out of all that stuff. It's pretty powdery, so it'll, you know, if the stump is like that or the piece of wood is like that, it'll deal with it pretty nicely. There's where we were first thing this morning. You see, you know, you can't, there's logs underneath there. You can see right behind the cover there's a log there. You can't get down through it. So what I really did is I just made myself a road. You keep pushing it forward, you know, the big stuff, and it gets out to the end, and it kind of fluffs up the little stuff behind it, and you can keep working it. And then what you end up with is all the bigger material out at the very end of your work site, and you can keep fluffing up the mulchable stuff. But see, right under there's a whole tree under there, and I'm not going to fool with that. Well, it's looking pretty good through there. Let's take a little swing around, see if I can show you. Pretty clean. You know, you can keep in mind what we're doing here. We give the forest a little bit of time. Down and through here, it's quite heavy. Like, there's not much I'm gonna try to break those hemlock limbs up along there, and then head right down along there and clean those windrows up. That won't be hard. We're not going out there. We're not going fishing. And I'll probably, I know the owner will say, don't bother, because he wants to do it. But I might take my saw and spend an hour, you know, way over there, that pile, square the ends off. I'm just kind of particular the way I do stuff. And sometimes I know that I'm going to go back out there with a chainsaw, so I try to stack the deck in my favor and get as much of this hammered down as I can, and leave it all in a parallel fashion so I can work it a little easier with the chainsaw. And the objective there is to get it down on the ground so it will decompose quicker than up in a big pile. Old hemlock sure grinds nice. About just as much as I can do for that. Like, that's just a tangled mess there that I'm not going to be able to do anything with. Chop that up with a saw. And see, I can't get out in there. Like, there's a massive amount of stumps in front of me. I can't get down there to grind that up. This one, see, I would have been able to get right through there, but if you look down here in front of me, I'm right up against that. So I'm not sticking my excavator down through there. Okay. Down to the oven, kids. Come on, don't do that to me. It's loose junk. Oh, that's wedged in there good. Nice and dry. Well, I said 2 hours down there and an hour in there, and it's exactly 3 hours since I started.